that young man's phone line. You really don't know. And sometimes you can send phone calls, and sometimes you can send long messages, and sometimes you can extend your house, your hand, hell, your man, your shower, your panties. You can extend everything to a person, but they have to want to receive the help. They truly have to want to receive the help. You cannot put the neck of the camel into the water and say, drink, bitch. Even if you put the camel's head and neck in the water, they could hold their breath and not drink a damn thing. So, YouTube, what's up, baby? It's your favorite antisocial extrovert, your favorite aqua black boy, Blake Mother Loving Dupree, back at it again. I told you I was going to be more consistent with some more YouTube content. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Diary of Dupree, where I cover all things media, mostly music based. Today's media based, really pop culture. Also, world topics affecting this country as well as the world. But I get on here and I talk my ish, but I also remain respectful to the people I'm talking about, because that's what's missing in this YouTube community, especially when it comes to pop culture content. I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm an artist. Look at my page, just follow me. I'm gonna drop some music in a few. And yeah, if you hear, reciprocate energy, because that's what I do. If you support me, I'll support you to the water stop turning blue, go to red. I don't know, some shit, child. Yeah, make sure you look in the mirror, tell yourself, yes, I am that, because you are that and you've been that. Whether it be that toaster, that Honda Civic, that iron, that Polaroid from 20 years ago, whatever you want to be, baby, it's already there. It's already in you. So we are going to talk about misinformation. Everybody, look at the camera. Take a break from your break, whatever you're doing. Look at me. Say misinformation. Type shit. Thank you so much. Yeah, today is about misinformation. I feel like in today's world, there are so many bloggers, journalists, same shit, who want to get the numbers up, who want to be the reason a topic is trending, who want to be the trending topic, that they are not even finding out the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Everybody is so impatient. Everybody wants that dopamine that comes with the notifications blowing up, that coin you get from YouTube and TikTok from reporting on the latest topics, that they are not doing the work. Nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do the research. Ain't nobody making albums. You know what I'm saying?
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums.
And that is why I take my time when it comes to trending topics, especially on YouTube, because these are longer formatted videos to speak on situations, because it takes time to know the full dexterity of a situation, the full dexterity for it takes time to know some shit, okay? And I'm not one and I don't want to be one of those people who looks back at my page and be like, you know what, I was wrong. I should have waited. I should have did my research. Like, we got a couple topics to talk about, but that is the overall thesis of today's video: misinformation, starting with the Mr.Prada situation. Now, if you don't know, if you're not on TikTok, which I don't know who isn't these days, Mr.Prada is an influencer on TikTok who has a plethora of pages, but his real name is Terrion Thomas. He's from the South. He's from Louisiana. He's only 20 years old, and I've been seeing that young man on my page since I was about 20 years old, so that's about 4 years. So he's been on TikTok consistently since he was a child, essentially. And some might argue that he still is a child. I mean, I'm 24. People might argue that I'm still a child, but as of yesterday, and I recorded this video today, if you're watching, on October 9th, 2024. As of yesterday, he was charged with first-degree murder for the alleged unaliving of William Abram, a 69 Louisiana-based therapist. And Mr.Prada, aka Terrion Thomas, was found in Dallas, Texas, after being on the run for a couple of days. And the thing that sparked my eye about the situation initially was how sad it was that A, somebody's life is ruined, and B, if this goes the way it traditionally goes for Black men in court, whether they be guilty or innocent, you have now ruined your life. So not only have two lives been ruined and changed forever directly, one by ending in a prison cell, we've also affected two families, two bloodlines, two communities. Whenever two people are involved, you can multiply it by two, and it's going to affect again and again and again and again, to where essentially now thousands, if not millions of people know about this case, and millions of people to a certain extent are affected by the actions, allegedly, of 20-year-old Thomas. And like I said, he's been charged with first-degree murder, but he has not been proven guilty yet. And I just want to send prayers to everybody's family involved, whether you're a family of Thomas, whether you're a family of Mr. Abrams, because the families really ain't had nothing to do with that. Now, the girls were saying, and this is all allegedly, that apparently the therapist, who was 69, was a avid essay abuser. All right, y'all. So I actually did do some research of my own, and according to WAFB, which is a Louisiana news station, the therapist, Nick Abram, was arrested 9 years ago, and he was booked at the East Baton Rouge prison for sexual assault of an 11-year-old minor and posted a $25,000 bond, as according to records, but prosecutors did not bring the case to trial. So we really don't know what happened there, but anytime a kid comes out and accuses somebody of some stuff like that, I automatically just believe them. So therapist, to me, was sick in the head, but I just wish that it didn't result to Mr.Prada essentially ending his own life and potential in the process of them knowing each other, because as we know, the court system is not too keen of black men, especially when they have murdered a white man. So just some post-editing research I needed to put in here, of both children as well as adults, and we have still not found out if that is true or not. So that's why I put allegedly. And the fans were also saying that Mr. Thomas, aka Mr. Prada, was selling Gucci, and we don't know if that's true. And then they were saying that he was being abused by Mr. Abrams, and we don't know if that's true. So we're just spilling all this misinformation, and once the shit is out there, people believe lies way earlier than they will believe the truth. And it's way easier to believe a lie than it is to believe a truth. Now, let's not forget, Mr. Prada, I've seen the videos myself, was telling us like, hey, I feel like I want to take somebody's breath away. I feel like I want to do something drastic that will affect my life forever, and I need therapy and I need help. And Mr. Prada had changed his physical appearance and changed the format of his posting and changed the energy of his content. And the majority, the GP, was joking about that shit. Nobody took him seriously, and nobody was like, hey, like, let me help this girl. And let me not say nobody, because I don't know, who hit that young man's phone line. You really don't know. And sometimes you can send phone calls, and sometimes you can send long messages, and sometimes you can extend your house, your hand, hell, your man, your shower, your panties. You can extend everything to a person, but they have to want to receive the help. They truly have to want to receive the help. You cannot put the neck of the camel into the water and say, drink, bitch. Even if you put the camel's head and neck in the water, they could hold their breath and not drink a damn thing. So it just goes to show, like, you also have to want to take help and receive resources when or if people reach out to you. Now, I really don't know if anybody reached out to Mr. Prada to get him help. The man was a therapist who was unalived, and we don't know if Mr. Prada is the person who did it. He's just the first biggest suspect on the case. So maybe he was taking steps to help himself. 20, too old to catch a case. Too young to catch a case. Way too young to be doing some stuff like that. No age is acceptable, but you got your whole life ahead of you. I could not imagine potentially throwing my life away at 20 years old. Bitch, I can't even go to the bar and drink. That is crazy. That is so crazy. But the misinformation is what pissed me off, because every time I logged on TikTok, it was a new theory as to why. It was a new reason as to why. And people were at first with Mr. Prada because of the essay allegations, and now people are realizing that they may not be true. And I'm like, sometimes you got to be patient and be quiet, and you got to know when to hold up and know when to fold up. And let the real reporters, the real bloggers.
Right. I know you're a gossper. You're a blogger, right?
No, I'm not a blogger. I have a degree in journalism.
Oh, well, congratulations. You're a journalist. Same a blogger. But
we can move on.
We should have moved down when I asked you to let's move on.
Do their job, You get your numbers through your personality, bitch. That's all I got to say some days. And even with this whole Jaguar Wright situation and Piers Morgan, like, do these real journalists who are paid for their journalism and, employed by major news networks, they sometimes don't realize, even the biggest of them, you have to treat your journalism degree and the credibility that you have earned through the years almost like a RN who is registered has to treat her daily activities as an RN. Like, there have been plenty of situations since my mother has become an RN where she probably wanted to slap a bitch. But she knows if she slaps said bitch, she's going to lose her license. She's going to lose her income. She's going to lose her money. When you have somebody on your foundation, on your publication, on your platform, spewing nothing but allegations, nothing but proven support, it's going to tarnish your credibility to a certain extent. And if you don't know, Jaguar Wright was recently on Piers Morgan, I want to say last week, And she was basically doing the same old shit that she do. She's spewing all these stories with no credibility, no receipts, no, support to her thesis statements of the Carters being responsible for the unaliving of Aaliyah and so many others. And I just think, yeah, why not take some legal action to the people with the money? We all know Jaguar Wright does not have the coin. If she had the coin, let's call a spade a spade. The beauty supply earrings would not be worn. The outfits would not be chosen. The going to do interviews with YouTubers with less than 1 million subscribers would not be done. The Piers Morgan interview was probably her biggest and last interview of that caliber. And because he is now giving her a platform, the Carter said, bitch, we got you. Cease and desist. Cut that out right now. And Piers Morgan had to apologize. And he has not had the best track record over the previous years with women of color. So this is just not helped him at all. And I'm like, could y'all imagine, right? Just sit here with me. Imagine you and your homegirl both in the industry. Y'all have worked together. Y'all have collaborated together, to a certain extent. And your homegirl passes away doing what she loved on a plane crash, right? Imagine the trauma that you have to deal with for years, if not decades, of your homegirl being gone. On top of that, you got to deal with people thinking that you, little old you, 1918 you, was the reason homegirl passed. Let me tell y'all something. I am one of the few people who believes that Beyonce had anything to do with Aaliyah's passing away. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe that Aaliyah passing away was an accident? No. Do I believe that Beyonce, who was a teenager at the time, is responsible for Aaliyah passing away? No, I don't. 2 + 2 is 4. What the hell was that? Like, I love black people, but sometimes I be like, what the hell did y'all come up with that shit for? And I also do not believe that if Aaliyah was alive, there would be no Beyonce. There was an Aaliyah and there was a Beyonce at the same damn time, both in R&B, both black women, but offering two completely energies when it comes to the music and energies when it comes to public image and public persona. It's like y'all always love to pin black women against each other, and that stems from slavery. Call a spade, but y'all not ready for that conversation. Y'all always love to pin black women against each other, but the crazy thing is, Aaliyah was 22 years old, y'all. 22. That's essentially, she was a child majority of her career. Why are we still comparing her to a woman who is... my damn microphone died, but I'm pushed through with this video on. Forgive me for the low quality of audio. But as I was saying, I don't understand why we compare somebody who is almost 50 years old in a few years to somebody who passed away 20 plus years ago at 22 years old. I'm 24. I know I'm a baby. I know I'm damn good. But I still know I'm a baby. Like, I'm a baby adult. 18 to 24, you're a baby adult. I don't care what nobody has to say. Why are we comparing somebody who was a child for the majority of their career to somebody who is now almost old enough to be that person's parent when they passed away? It just makes no sense to me, and nobody ever compares Caucasian artists to Caucasian artists today who have passed away. Like, nobody ever says, let me go ahead and compare Amy Winehouse and Adele and say that if Adele was alive, there would be, if Amy was alive, there would be no, it's like, nobody ever says, if Amy Winehouse was alive, fuck Adele, there would be no Adele. Adele would not exist. She would not be as big. We both know if Amy was alive and Adele came out, they probably would have collaborated, probably got some coin together, but I'm 9 times out of 10 positive both the women would have been alright. You know what I'm saying? Because of white privilege. When it comes to black folks, you gotta pin them against each other. There can only be one black at the top. What's up with that? And let's just all be a little bit more patient before we get on these phones and get on these platforms and release information. Because a lot of it is misinformation, and it could really do damage to real people's day-to-day lives. So that's all I got to say. Remember always, you are that whatever it is that you want to be. Peace and blessings, baby girl. I'm out.
Bitch, I'm very caked up. Tell me you love it, top of the money. Tell me you love it, top of the money. Baby, you know that I'm clumsy. Tell me you love it, top of the money. Baby, I'm loving, I need it.